Hi everybody! In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about why the first generations are struggling to communicate with the native speakers. Even though they've been studying English for decades, they are still having a hard time understanding what the native speakers say. And I'm gonna tell you how to fix the problem. In order to fix the problem, we gotta know exactly what the problem is, right? So let me get to the point. The problem is we never learn the sound of English. We've learned written English in our lives, but we never learn or never known the sound of English. Then what's the sound of English? Let me give you an example. Listen very carefully and then tell me what you heard.
I just never had a relationship with that kind of passion, where you have to have somebody right there in the middle of a theme park.
So, could you hear this? Did you hear exactly what she said? Well, I heard that she said, I just never had a relationship with that kind of passion, where you have to have somebody right there in the middle of a theme park. That's what I heard. So, in terms of the words or sentence she used, is pretty simple and easy word and sentence. Let me tell you again. I just never had a relationship with the kind of passion, where you have to have somebody right there in the middle of a theme park. When you hear this sound, could you understand? Even though the sentence and words is pretty simple and easy, but you cannot understand the sound of exact this sentence and word, right? So that's the sound of English. When you read this sentence, you can understand. But when you hear the sound, you cannot understand because you never input those sounds in your brain. So that's what I'm gonna, help you to fix the problem. Once you fix the problem, you could understand all the native speakers talk to you about. No matter who speak to you, you could understand. So there are big two things, actually three things, but I'm gonna tell you two things today. How we can learn the sound of English. The first of all, we gotta break through the translation loop. So what's the translation loop? So when you hear the native speaker speak to you, let's say they are talked about this long sentence. As soon as they start to speak to you, the first couple of words, your brain already trying to translate it. So your brain is too busy to listen the remaining of the sentence. So you missed the most of the sound of a sentence because your brain is too busy to translate the first couple of words. That's the biggest problem. You never listen carefully the sound from the beginning to the end of the conversation because your brain is too busy to translate, right? Second of all, we never learn intensive listening skill. And then we gotta develop intensive listening skill. So, like I gave you the example, the sound versus the written English. You understand the written English, but you never understand the sound of English. Those sounds we gotta input in our brain. That's what I'm gonna help you, which will give you lots of opportunity to become a fluent English speaker. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this video. If you wanna learn English with me, text me or call me. I can talk to you right away. Thank you very much.